Girls and boys and assembled company, welcome to the World Storytelling Cafe. And it is Tuesday. Therefore, on Tuesdays, we have our young international tellers. And the only one that is with us at the moment is, of course, our star from the Punjab. From Punjab, I keep calling it the Punjab, it is Punjab. Yeah, there's Name. And so, how has your week been?
My week has gone good.
That's what we like to hear. How did you do in all your school exams?
I did well.
That's what we like to hear. So we'll give it. Have you got a story for us?
Yes, I have got.
And we're going to, I want to encourage people to also tell stories in their mother tongue. So could you do a story in English and then a story in Punjabi? Is that your first language?
Yes, I speak Punjabi and Hindi both as my first language.
Okay. What would you prefer to tell a story in, Punjabi or Hindi?
Hindi.
Hindi, right? So if you tell a story in English first, and then you tell a story in Hindi, and then we'll get to, and then because language has its own music in the spoken word. So we've heard you do English and over, but I'd love to hear you tell a story in Hindi after you've told your English story. It needn't be the same story. You can tell us vaguely what the Hindi one's about and then just tell the story. So while we're waiting for the rest of the world is watching you, the important people are watching you. That is Baba C and Waleed and your mum, of course, who's across the room. And we've got from another one from the cafe. We've got Waleed, who's appearing in two places. Waleed is the man with two heads. Oh no, Kamal. We have further important people with us. Kamal, now, have you brought any of your young people with you?
Yeah, that's what I want to say now. Hello, first. Second, there are some students here coming from Hina Cafe to share with you a story, okay?
Well, what I've been saying to Jasname, you probably came in a bit late, was that she's, hold on, come on, let me speak. I'm getting Jasname to tell a story in English, then one in her own language in Hindi, because we want to listen to the music of languages. So if any of your students aren't comfortable in telling a story in English, if they'd like to tell it in Moroccan, you can tell us what the name of the Moroccan language is the one that begins with D that I can never remember. What is the name of the Moroccan language?
Okay, too clear. Okay, all right now. Okay, after Jasmine, by the way, Jasmine, I wish you all the best. Enjoy it, okay? Clear it and make it cheerful. Good.
Yeah. So, and if you can introduce your own people, Kamal, that would be marvelous. So, Jasname, over to you. Entertain us, give us stories, have us rolling around the world with the wonderful stories in two languages. Right. First in English, the next in Hindi. Over to you.
So, hello everyone. My name is Jasname. First for you, I have a short story of Nasruddin Hoja. The Feast. Nasruddin Hoja and a couple of his friends decided to have a feast. Now, at the feast, they decided that everyone will have to make one dish of their own. And all were very excited. They started to distribute which item will one make. And so the list started. One man said, I will make lamb rice for you all. The other said, I will make pastries. And the third one said, I can serve you drinks 10. What say? Everyone agreed to this. Everyone was very happy. All of them had work except Nasruddin. And now all of his friends asked him, "What are you doing? Aren't you going to prepare anything for the party?" And he said, "My main work is that I will not miss the party." Thank you.
That's wonderful, and I love Nasruddin's stories. And of course, in Morocco, they have their own version of their own sort of Nasruddin character, who's called Juba. But and so that was great. I love that. Now, can we have a story in Hindi, please?
Yes. एक बार की बात है, एक बंदा था जिसका नाम नासरुद्दीन होजा था। उसने अपने दोस्तों के साथ सोचा था कि वो एक पार्टी रखेगा जिसमें सारे एक एक तरह के खाने लाएंगे। तो उन्होंने फिर मिलके सोचा कि एक जना बिरयानी लाएगा जो कि चावलों की बनी होगी, दूसरा जना मीठे में कुछ लाएगा और तीसरा सबको कुछ पीने के लिए लाएगा। तो सारे बहुत ही खुश थे क्योंकि इन सबको कुछ ना कुछ मिला था। लेकिन वो एक बात के लिए परेशान थे क्योंकि होजा को कुछ काम करने को नहीं मिला। तो उन्होंने इकट्ठे उससे पूछा, होजा तुम क्या करोगे? तुम तो कुछ बना के नहीं ला रहे हमारे लिए, तुम्हें भी तो कुछ करना पड़ेगा। फिर होजा ने बोला, मेरा सिर्फ एक ही काम है कि मैं ये पार्टी पे जरूर आऊंगा। थैंक यू। धन्यवाद।
Fantastic, fantastic. And Hodja kept coming up and up and up in that story. Now we're going to move across. We haven't yet had stories on a Tuesday night. We haven't yet had stories from Morocco, despite the fact that the magic carpet has been flown from Morocco. But tonight, or this afternoon in Baba C's case, we have a historic moment because Kamal is going to introduce two of his students. Kamal, are you ready?
Okay, the first one.
Everyone, are you? Should I start? So, once upon a time, there was a king in a kingdom who asked his minister to announce to the king's subject that whoever manages to teach the king's ram how to read, he will get a big prize. And whoever tries to teach the king's ram how to read and fails, he will get beheaded. So no one was brave enough to try to teach the king's ram how to read because they were afraid to get killed, except for one man. This man was very brave and smart. So he came to the palace and said that I am qualified to teach your ram, your majesty, I am qualified to teach your ram how to read. But it will take me 1 year. So you have to give me 1 year so that I teach your ram how to read. The king said, you have 1 year, but don't think that you can flee, that you can run with this ram and that I cannot find it because I have eyes everywhere. So the man, the brave man, the smart man, took the ram to his house and caged the ram and starved the ram. He didn't give the ram anything to eat for 1 week. And after 1 week, the man placed some food on the first page of a book and put it in the middle of the room. And then he released the ram. The ram, when he was released, was so starving. He was so starved. So he went directly in a hurry to the book and started kicking the book and hitting the book with its head and horns till the book opened and started eating the food which is placed on the first page of the book. And when the ram finished eating, the man came and took the ram to its cage and starved the ram for the second time for another 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, the man came and placed food at the second page of the book. And then he released the ram. He released the ram, and the ram was again so starving. So he went in a hurry to the book and started kicking the book and hitting it with its horns till it opened, and the ram ate the food which is placed on the second page. Then the man came and took the ram to its cage again and starved the ram for another 3 weeks. And after 3 weeks, the man put food on the third page of the book, and then he released the ram, and the ram was so starving that he went in a hurry again to the book, and the ram this time opened the book very easily and went directly to the place of the food and started eating from that food till the ram finished eating. Then the man took the ram and placed it at its cage again, and the man started repeating the deed, the action again and again till the end of the year. Then the man brought the ram to the king's palace to show that he become able to teach the ram how to read, to show that the ram learned how to read. So when the man came to the palace, he found that the king invited a large number of people to witness the failure of the man, and to witness that the king will cut the man's head because he will fail at teaching the ram how to read. So the people formed a very big circle, and the man and the ram were in the middle of the circle. People started watching the man and the ram. So the man brought a book, and of course the ram was very starving because he caged the ram for a long time. So the man brought a book and put it in the middle of that circle. Then the man released the ram, and the ram was very starving. So he went directly to the book and opened the book at the first page. The ram didn't find any food. So he raised its head, and started bleating. He started saying bah, bah. Then he moved to the second page and turned it, and the ram didn't find any food and started saying bah. And people were so surprised. What's going on? The ram is flipping the pages. What is going on? And the ram is making sound. Is the ram reading? This is so shocking. And the ram carried on the procedure, started flipping the papers to the third paper, and raises its head and saying bah, bah, because it was starving, and no one had any idea that the ram was only looking for food. And the ram carried on flipping the paper, and people started yelling, the ram is reading. This is an ordinary. The ram is reading. Wow, the man succeeded at his mission. Wow, this is so surprising. And the ram carried on flipping the papers and saying bah, bah, and people thought that the ram is able to read, and that the man succeeded at his mission. So everyone was happy, and the king was forced to pay the man. And then because the king paid a lot of money, paid a lot of gold, and he didn't want to pay that much of wealth to the man. He wanted to give the man another quest, another impossible quest, which is to teach the ram how to write. So the man said, I'm capable of doing it, but I'll need 10 years to teach the ram how to write. And and the king said that you have 10 years to teach the ram how to ride, and went again with the prize and the ram. And when he was out, he met the people, one of the people, and he told him, "Are you crazy? You managed to teach the ram how to read, but how could you teach the ram how to write?" He said, "It will take me 10 years. One of us will be dead. If it might be me or the king, one of us will be dead after 10 years." And voila, this is the story. Have a good day.
Whoa, fantastic. And please tell us your name.
Mohammed.
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 Marvelous. Thank you, Mohammed. And please come and visit us again, won't you? And tell another
Inshallah.
story. You've been fantastic. Inshallah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else to tell a story from the coming across from our is it, if we got anyone else at the cafe to tell a story, any young teller under 25 years of age? I can see people pointing at each other.
Mr. John,
Yep.
Yunus, he want to tell a story.
That's good. We like that.
Okay, yeah.
What did you say his name was? Yusuf?
Yunus.
Fantastic.
How are you?
Yeah, introduce yourself, and then don't leave it to come always. But introduce yourself, and then tell the story. We're all good. We're all good. I speak for.
My name is Yunus. I'm a Kafehna member. I think I assume Mr. John is familiar to me. And I will tell a story just written by me, a very short story. I didn't have the time to write the sequel. So I will just tell it freely. All right, the story is when a farmer called Hami was leaving the regional office of agricultural carrying a load to overcome the problems which caused by the last year drought. He noticed it like someone is stalking him. While he was taking a long trail back to his farm, he realized that he is in a danger. In addition to this bad situation, his donkey, which is his means of transport, cannot escape from those who stalk him from afar, because they keep a particular distance between them and him. Whenever he stops to recognize them, they stop as well. Therefore, he started to think about a solution to survive certain death by those bandits. Especially at the sunset, the darkness will dominate his view on the road. So he ended up seeking the help of someone he knows called Jilali. And of course, he hosted him in his house with the intent to drop Hami and steal his money. After the midnight, Jilali got up from his bed. Then he locked the door while Hami was sleeping. He took his donkey and started to work him away. So Hami he couldn't have any other means to escape. While Jilali was taking the donkey from Hami, the bandits thought that he was their target. So they followed Jilali and killed him. And when the morning and when the sun rose, Hami woke up and noticed that his money that he borrowed from the regional office of agricultural credit still beside him. And he get out from Zelali house saved from every bandit. The end of the story.
I love stories where people escape from the bandits.
Yes.
Now, is there anyone else there to tell a story?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. John. Hello, Mr. Mabasi. Hello, Jasmine. I'm so glad to be with you and also to narrate a new story with you. So I really have two stories. One is short,
So come on, when did you cut your age to being under 25?
Okay. No, I'm not 25, but I would just to support 25.
No, tell your story.
Never mind.
Tell your story.
I don't mind. Okay. So the first story is about a cat. This cat, her name is Luli. Luli was you can say embarrassing because she was jealousy. She was feeling always jealous from other animals. So one day she was loved to be a goat because she loved the shape of goats. But after that she discovered it's hard to be a goat. One day she was walking inside in the street and she found some dogs flying away, and she desired to be like them, but she found herself harder to be like them. After that, in one day, she found, a flock of sheep marching, and she wanted to be like them, but she found herself just having, a small shaped body, so she couldn't. So until one day, she was sleeping over a straw, and she found some sheep putting some peels of banana over her hands, and awakening her. Cat, Luli, you are the best cat. If if a condition you steal a Luli cat, not imitating others. So the moral is a cat should be a cat, a lion should be a lion. Sometimes we should trustworthy and love the things we have and appreciate the things we have, and not looking for the things we don't have. Thank you.
Thank you, Kamal. Lovely story.
Okay.
Now, before you go on to your next one, is there anyone in that room with your young tellers or anyone that would?
I don't remember a lot.
Okay.
That will tell a story in Arabic. Or
In Arabic?
Yeah, tell it in Moroccan, in Arabic.
Okay. Wow. In Arabic, there are many stories. Okay. But
So we can hear the music of the language.
But I'm going to translate. Okay. Time to time, I'm going to translate. Okay. كان يا مكان في قديم الزمان. Once upon a time, a person called مسعود, شخص يدعى سعيد. وكان سعيدا لكن وكان تعيسا. اسمه لا يعكس من هو. السعادة قليلة في حقه، لأن اسمه يعني السعادة وهو لا يعيش السعادة. This man, his name was happy, but he never felt happy before. In one day, he went along the street and he found a box of jewels, a box of golden coins. وذات يوم عثر على حقيبة فيها المال وفيها الفضة والنحاس والحرير والاستبرق وما جرى من ذلك. هنا حياة مسعود ستتغير من اللا سعادة إلى السعادة. مسعود سيصبح اسما على مسمى، سوف يعيش السعادة. لماذا؟ لأنه وجد حقيبة ممتلئة بالمال وبالنقود وبالذهب وبالحلي وبالفضة. لكن الأمر لم يتوقف هنا، ذهب يوما لكي ينام، لكن وبعد لحظة اكتشف على أن هناك من سرق تلك المحفظة. In that time when he found the purse, or I can say a wallet of money and jewels and many precious stuffs, he returned back home and he decided to hit the sack to sleep. But in a sudden, someone came to steal his wallet. In the time when he opened his eyes, found a maze, found nothing. Then there is a new story inside a story going to start. ذات يوم أو في تلك اللحظة مسعود حينما استيقظ من نومه لم يجد حقيبته، فقرر ماذا؟ فقرر أن يذهب إلى الشارع وأن يصرخ بصوت عالي إلى أن أصبح مجنونا. إنه سعيد ودائما سعيد، لكن حتى السعادة، حتى حينما عثر على محفظته فهو لم يعش السعادة وبل عاش التعاسة. To translate this, there are some people, their name is happy, but in fact, in the real life, they are not happy. Even the time when happy man Mas'ud found that wallet, he felt that a new story, a new life of, I can say, prosperity, of happiness, of joy, Mas'ud going to live. But that couldn't happen ever. Why? Because someone stole this wallet. After this incident, Mas'ud, the happy man, decided to, I can say, to go to the street and shouting, screaming, "Oh, they stole my wallet! They stole my wallet!" And he was only repeating this sentence, "They stole my wallet, they stole my wallet," until a moment, we can say, the happy man became an insane person, became a mad person, and the story is ending like that. Thank you.
Oh, and if I might make a suggestion, Kamal, when you are storytelling, use that mix of Moroccan and English, because when you tell the story first in Moroccan, you're much more animated, and then when you go to do the English translation, you maintain that animation. So I think, you know, in the cafe and everything. And Jesname, where have you gone? There's that's right.
Okay,
Because,
excuse me, Mr. John.
yeah.
Yeah, I would love just to share with Jasmine, okay, the shortest story. Okay, so
And after that, we're going back to Jesname,
yeah,
who
okay.
I'm going to put on the spot again,
Yeah,
because she
exactly.
has 1,000 languages in her head, but
Okay.
but then so I want her to tell a story in English first and then in Punjabi, because she did it in Hindi before. So this is a definite the music of language session. So go for it. Kamal first, and then back to Jesname.
Okay, so this story really is a real story, because I had lived it before. I can say, especially in I can say secondary school. Once upon a time, a teacher of mathematics asked, I can say, one student, how much, okay, say, how many oranges you have, because this mathematics teacher was teaching us how to, okay, say, to know multiple, divide, division, all these things. But he came to, I can say, a sluggish student, a lazy student, and he asked asked him, if I give you 3 oranges and we'll say 1 orange plus 1, I mean 3, how many oranges you have? And the Spanish student said, I have 4. And the teacher said, oh, 4, no, just you have 1 plus 1 plus 1 equal 3. And repeat again. And the student said, please, teacher, don't judge me, but what I have, but judge me what's inside my mind. Yes, of course, you offered me 3 oranges, but don't forget I have 1 inside my school bag. Thank you.
Oh well, that was a great session from the cafe, and wonderful. And I see Mike is sitting up the back with a big smile on his face. And so, Jasname, have you another story for us? And can we have it both in English and Punjabi?
So I have a story, but can I do it in English? Next time I'll bring the Punjabi story.
Okay.
So the name of my story is The Milkmaid. There was once a girl who was a milkmaid. She used to take milk, sell it in the market. One day, she took 2 pails of milk in her hands and went to the market. While going to the market, she stopped and she started to daydream. What she thought was that she would sell the milk and then get money. With the money, she would buy hens, many hens, and so she will get more money. So she will sell the hens, get more money. And so she would collect a lot of money. With that money, she would buy her own land. And soon, after selling bits of her land, she will get more money. And so, day by day, she stored money, and her money will increase, she thought. She thought that she would wear the finest clothes. She would marry the most handsome prince, and then she would be treated as a princess. She would live in a palace of her own, and then she would do the ball dance. And so she toured, having this pail of milk in her hands. As she toured, all the milk was spilled, and she got awake from her daydream and shouted, "Oh God, what has this happened?" And there was a man standing who said, "Dear, cheer up. It's no fun of crying over the spilt milk." Thank you.
Fantastic. Now, it's been such a great evening. Now, Simona, you've been listening. Have you got any comments to either Punjab or Marrakesh, or do you want to just say anything to our tellers?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm at school now, so I'll be very, very quick. And I love the stories, and I heard something like half of Mohammed's story, and it was really, really funny. The ram that was learning to read and write. And then I really loved all 3 of Kamal's stories, and I really appreciated the mixture of Arabic and English. And Jasname, as always, really, really nice, and this time also very, very funny. So thank you very much.
And Simona, if any of your students, I know it's difficult because of school times, but if anyone wants to come on and tell a story in Italian or Greek or Mongolian or any language they feel like, they are welcome. You don't have to be telling stories in English in this session, because the important thing is that we see young people telling, and we get an appreciation of the languages of the world. So thank you, Simona, for your comments. Baba C, what have you got to say for yourself?
You know how sometimes we hear storytellers say they're going to steal somebody else's story? And I usually say, no, we're going to borrow. No, I'm stealing Jasmine May's story. And I'm stealing Kamal's story. No, I'm borrowing. I thought that Jasmine May, your last story you told made me just, yeah, I've been looking for a story about spilt milk and crying over it. Thank you. And if you don't mind, I want to borrow that. As always, you tell stories very well. And it's always a joy to listen and experience you. Kamal, you're getting better and better. Each time you tell, you get better and better. Strong the tale is within you. And the gentleman who told the story, Eunice, I believe his name was, he was, yes, that was also a great story. Thank you very, very much. And I think I may have missed anyone, but I've enjoyed all the young tellers.
You've
together.
missed Mohammed. You've missed Mohammed.
Yeah, Mohammed, yes. Great story. All of you keep telling stories. Keep telling, keep telling, keep telling. And as always, a story well told is a story worth retelling. Thank you very much.
Okay, and hopefully people will come back to the cafe to tell stories on Tuesday or any time. As the cafe is a place where stories are to be told. Mike, have you got a comment?
Yeah, I really enjoyed. I apologize, I arrived a little bit late. But, thank you to everybody. It's been wonderful to connect India and America. Africa, I don't know, it's a large story. It's and to hear so many different languages, it really feels that the cafe is alive today. So thanks everybody, and thanks John, thanks Wally for flying the magic carpet.
Yes, so
to be continued.
yes, is there anyone else in the cafe that would like to say anything? It's not compulsory.
Okay, I have a story.
Okay, well, lead. Whoa.
Walid is always last.
Okay. Okay, I'll start. Okay. Okay. There was a boy who was always losing his temper. His father gave him a bag full of nails and say to him, "My son, I want you to hammer a nail into our garden fence every time you need to direct your anger against something and you lose your temper." So the son started to follow his father's advice. On the first day, he hammered in the 37 nails, but getting the nails into the fence was not easy. So he started trying to control himself. When he got, as the day went by, he was hammering in less nails, and waiting weeks, he was able to control himself and was able to refrain from getting hammering nails. He came to his father and told him what he had achieved. His father was waiting his effort and say to him, "But now, my son, you have to take out a nail for every day that you don't get." The son started to take out the nails for each day that he did not get, until there were no nails left in the fence. He came to his
You muted yourself.
father and told him what he had achieved. His father took him in the fence and said, "My son, you have done well, but look at these holes in the fence. This fence will never be the same again." Then he added, "When you say things in a state of anger, they leave marks like these holes in the on the hurt of others. You can stab a person and withdraw the knife, but it doesn't matter how many times you say I'm sorry, because the wound will remain. Thank you.
Well, and before Baba C gets in there, I'm going to borrow that story. Thank you. Well, it's been a great night. What have we got coming up? Well, we on Friday we have the amazing Seth Townsend, and Simona's got a hand up. Does Simona want to say something, or is that just a hand? Okay. So no, she's got no there. So Friday we've got Seth Townsend, and that's Stories for Children. That is going to be 6 p.m. UK time. Then on Sunday we've got our worldwide story round, and that's at 7 p.m. UK time. Then on Tuesday, guess what? We've got more young international tellers, hopefully from Punjab, Marrakesh, and around the world. And then on Friday, the 28th, I think it is, then we have David Heathfield and friends with scary stories for children from around the world. And I just hold on 2 seconds while I find his email, because it is amazing this program is put together. And let me go. I should have had all this ready. Of course I have. Right, here we come. Ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. No reply, no reply, no reply, no reply. No reply, no reply. David. Right. He has show quoted text. Other world beings, he is calling the program. David Heathfield is joined by Sika Girang in Nepal, Padmina Ragajaran in south of India, Gustavo von Bischofsen in Peru, Simona Stambisi in Italy, and Ansu Kim in South Korea, Evie Cardo in Greece, and more storytellers around the world who are friends through David's Crest course to tell you spooky stories about mysterious otherworldly beings from their own cultures. What is a thrilling chance to be globally spooked by Halloween. And that is on Friday the 28th. But next Friday, of course, is Seth Townsend. Meanwhile, a big round of applause for everyone that's been on today's program. Waleed, it was great to hear you and everyone else, and it was great to be in the cafe. I shall be there myself in a few weeks' time on from the 14th till December the 4th, and I'll be running everything from there. But meanwhile, thank you, and good night or good afternoon or good morning wherever you are in this big wide world. Bless you.
That was good.
It was a good night.
It was good. Worldwide Story Cafe. Food for the soul, for the mind, and the body.
Thank you, Baba.
So this is Baba C saying, see ya. Until the next time, to be continued. Mike, we need to catch up with each other.
We do, mate.
All right. C out.